Rebound here. Well, I made it through the night and it was really quite scary. I did not sleep well at all. It was horribly cold this morning and blustery, and it was difficult getting ready this morning. So I got up and put up my tent and got ready to leave, and the wind died down considerably shortly after I got on the trail. It's been pretty pleasant. The sun is out. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. The wind has died down a whole lot. The trail has been somewhat wet and muddy, mostly wet. It's like seasonal springs that are seeping out and then they create puddles in the trail. So I'm thanking God that I got to the place I needed to be yesterday and got my tent set up just as the sleet was starting, and that I was protected from all of that weather. It did also rain last night, and some of it somehow got in the end of my tent. My tent spot was not an optimal spot, and that is often the case on the AT, but it was both slanted side to side and slanted up and down, and I was setting it up so quickly that my head was lower than my foot, so I ended up sleeping with my head at the foot and my feet at the head, and the head is where that cutout is of the rain fly to make the tent lighter overall, I think. But my pack was down there, and I think it was pushing out too much on that area, and so that end of the tent got wet. The end of my sleeping bag got wet because I can just barely stretch out completely with my legs straight if I've got my pack in the tent, and my head is almost touching the end of the tent. So anyway, with all of that wind, my tent was mostly dry this morning, and I'm thanking God for that also. My pack has been feeling better since I've been tweaking how I pack it, especially the 0 degree quilt just smushed down in the bottom rather than in that stuff sack. I think the stuff sack was making it into this heavy little ball, and when I just smush it in there, it sort of spreads out the weight, and it remains to be seen about the issue that shall not be named that I said I wouldn't mention anymore, but it might be a little bit better. I've got 13 point something miles to do today if I stop where I am thinking I'm going to stop. The trail has been fairly easy today. I had to climb up a mountain, and now I've been steadily going down or flat, and that is almost always nice. Sometimes going downhill can be painful if it's steep. So 13 point something miles will be at a shelter, and from what I understand, the weather is just supposed to get better from here on out. The sun is supposed to be shining for the next 3 or 4 days, and it's supposed to get on up into the high 70s, maybe higher. So that will be a welcome blessing also. So for now, this is Rebound, signing out. Rebound here. I did 13.9 miles today to Clyde Smith Shelter. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but my plan is to take 5 1/3 days to get to my next destination, which is Boots Off Hostel, where I will pick up another mail drop box and stay overnight. I guess the big news today was the weather. It was extremely cold this morning and so very windy. There were times the trail would go behind a mountain and it was almost too hot for my fleece pullover. In fact, I took it off once, and then you round the bend and it's like you're being hit with a typhoon because it was just so windy, and when it was windy, it was very, very cold. However, the sun was shining all day long. It was gorgeous. The trail was not too hard today. There were some climbs that were short but steep. There were quite a few of those, in fact, but overall the trail was moderate today, and it was a good day today. And I think that's it for the report today. This is Rebound, signing out.